Okay, guys, ladies, gentlemen, YouTubers, I am going to do a review today, or a overview today, of a Hi-Point 380 ACP. You're not going to hear negativity in my review. I'll give you the facts as I see them. I'm by no means an expert, but all the guns I give you facts about is things that I've found to be true. I fire these guns, I run rounds through these guns, and I know the issues that I do and do not have. First off, you hear a lot of negativity about them. Don't believe all the things you hear. These guns work. They work as they should work. A lot of negativity comes from people that have not actually owned one. They see them in the stores. You can buy these guns for about $150. They see them in the stores. They believe because of the low price that it's a cheap gun. That is not entirely true. They are low cost gun. There is a difference. They do have a polymer constructed frame. They do have a heavy metal slide. These guns are heavy and weighty. Okay, so they're heavy, but they shoot. Are they pretty? No. But let's face it, sometimes it's function that matters over beauty. For someone that's on a budget and doesn't have a whole lot of money but needs a gun to protect their home with, or a good concealed carry gun, this is as good as anything else. $150, you got a gun in your house, you can defend your family against intruders. I'm not going to discount that. I'm not going to knock that. Let's go through the things that it has. This gun is safe. Mag out and magazine. Okay. First off, metal slide. We went over that. Heavy. It's a blowback design. Yeah, it's heavy. Great features is fully adjustable sights. Elevation and windage is both adjustable. These guns are freaking accurate. If you can hold a gun, it will hit every time perfectly. You don't have any issues with the gun hitting where it's supposed to. It does its job. It has mag out safety. You can see here, there's a safety on the side here. Safe and ready to fire. The mag out, it still has a safety on it. It has a last round holdback feature I like. Some people don't, but I like this feature. It has a lock. The same lock you put on safety. You can slide up here and lock this into this position. Slide just goes back forward. Again, it's not the prettiest day at the prom, but it puts out every time. A lot of people talk about failure fires, failure ejects. I can't testify to their guns. This is what I can tell you, this gun. I fired close to 1,000 rounds through this gun. Never had one failure fire, never had one failure eject. It has went pop every time I've touched that trigger. This is what I do know. Some people, these blowback design guns, some people do what they call limp wristing. When they fire, they let their hand come, their wrist move, and the gun will come back. These guns are a blowback design, so what that'll do is, when you limp wrist, it doesn't allow that slide to come all the way back. It'll come only part of the way back and catch that round as it tries to eject. You can remedy that by holding a stiff wrist when you fire this gun, holding the gun level, stiff, fire. It shoots perfectly every time. Some people are going to push back and talk about they shouldn't do it at all, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Then go buy a $500 or $600 gun and don't worry about it. You can buy 4 of these guns for what you buy one of those guns for, and these guns function just as good. I own several guns. I own some expensive guns. I bought this gun just because I didn't believe what everybody else said. I didn't believe the hype. I wanted to find out. I bought this gun. I am more than satisfied with this gun. It works absolutely flawlessly. Not one issue I've ever had with this gun. Let's talk about the customer service. Hi-Point has a unbelievable customer service. Any issues, send it back to them, they fix it. No questions asked. They just fix it and send it back. They stand behind their guns completely for a lifetime. Not only that, they're absolutely quick. I had a magazine with this one that it seemed like it was a little, like the spring was just a little too weak in it. It was not an issue. As I said before, I've never had an issue with this gun, and I stand by that. I just was curious about it. So I called High Point on the phone and asked them about it. And they said, no, that would be no problem. The magazine was fine. I said, okay, well, I was just concerned, I was going to make sure that it was going to fire every time since, there's cases this may be my carry weapon. The man said, well, I'll tell you what, if you're concerned about it, tell me your address. He took my address. 2 or 3 days later, brand new mag in the mail. No questions asked, no charge. It was just done. Again, folks, I say, if you're in the market for a gun, don't want to spend a lot of money, maybe your first gun, maybe your first handgun, give one a try. I'm a fan of them. I have many other guns. I have everything from Smiths, Tauruses, and all. This gun right here is the one that's fun to shoot. You can just go out and have a blast with it. The only thing I would say if you was going to buy one for your first gun, the 380 is a great little gun. The 9mm, the rounds will be a little cheaper than 380. 380 costs a little more than 9mm as far as the bullets go, but it functions. It's a great gun. No complaints. I'll do another video later on how you field strip this one. It's a little different than most. There's a pin. Once you pull this back and lock this in place, there's a pin right there. You knock the pin out, pull it, slide up, slide off. That's how you field dress it. That's how you field strip it. But there's no issues. This is one of them deals where people love to hate them. But I think it's people hating on the fact that it's a low-cost gun. I don't think nobody hates on the performance. You see a lot of videos out there where they talk about bad performance of the gun. I just don't buy it based off of what I've seen out of this gun. Are there bad guns out there? Yes. But I know people that have bought Tauruses and had to send them back. I know people that have bought Smith & Wessons and had to send them back. Kimbers and had to send them back. Colts and had to send them back because there's a problem with them. Just because there's a problem with one gun doesn't mean there's a problem with the manufacturer. Sometimes things happen. I've never had a problem out of this one. I have fired close to 1,000 rounds to this gun. No issues. Take it for what it's worth, folks. I just wanted to give you the truth of it. Believe it, hate it. It is what it is. Till next time, folks.